Okay. One more Amstrad Action as per usual on this Saturday evening. We're still in the middle of issue number 60, September 1990. And next game here is this T-Bird by Mastertronic, 299 cassette, joystick or key. No, sorry, joystick only. So used to saying joystick or keys, it's get all thrown. This is joystick only, with even rarer keys only. Anyway. Oh no! Those evil alien life forms are at it again! They just can't leave us alone, can they? And as usual, all our hopes are pinned on a lone space fighter to see off the hordes of repugnant, scaly slime balls. A space harrier-like background scrolls towards you from the distance as you zoom through the air. Flying too low brings the danger of collision with towers that thrust their way into the heavens. It's not exactly safe high up either. Waves of alien scum weave around the screen, spitting laser fire at you. You can disperse with the space-spawned scum with a variety of weapons, but first you have to earn them. Initially, you have a forward-firing laser, but collectible weapon pods give you bolt-on armory. You need to destroy a complete wave of evil green mutants before a weapons pod makes its way towards you. Fly into it, and you've got extra firepower to tuck under your belt. It's fairly easy to wipe out a wave of grotesque extraterrestrial menace. They fly in such perfect formation that they put the red arrows to shame. Just let them show off with their fancy flying and wait for them to go straight into the path of your laser beams. Between each wave of crazed megalomaniacs, a meteor storm greets you. After you have shown several waves of rancid death hordes of what you're made of, a mothership descends. A few hits in the guts and the thing is soon sent packing. The graphics are smooth, colourful and well drawn. The scenery scrolls towards you in perspective 3D, and the aliens move in and out of the screen in a believable fashion. The ground scenery is all the same on each given level, but it works well enough. Sound has been poorly implemented. For a start, there are only the barest spot effects. Worse is, there's no sound to indicate you've collided with anything, demanding a third eye to watch your energy bar. The game is too easy. The aliens, even the mothership, can be destroyed every time once you know what to do. Fine for a few minutes, but ultimately too easy for its own good. First day target score. Blast your way to level 3. Second opinion. Looks good, but is a bit too easy once you get the hang of the aliens' attack formations. The verdict. Graphics 67%. Smooth perspective scrolling. Sonics 30%. Elementary FX. Grab factor 68%. First game is easy. Staying power 40%. It stays too easy. A rating 55%. Not tough enough to keep you interested. Huh? Now we'll get started. So don't do that. Okay. Do I need to recapture? Yes, I do. Okay. each time I add something to capture, it adds a thing to the system tray, which is annoying. Which one is which, I wonder? Well, it might. I'll deal with that after. Play game first. Cracked by Abacus. Oh, New Zealand crackers. Oh. Writing T-Bird, written by Richard Stevenson, published under license by Virgin Master Trunk Limited, 989. Program of Pal Developments Production, 989. Alright, T-Bird. Alright, press fire to begin. Ow. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Side shot. I got whatever that thing is floating around. Oh. Oh, missed it. Okay, so I see if you miss it, it advances the spice. I see. You want to miss them at times. It's our mothership, I guess. Okay. Well, it's one stage down. Here, just at the top here. I don't know where we're going down there where it's all like dangerous hazards and everything. Leave it here. Oh, I died. Lose everything if you die. I'm gonna skip that one, see what the third thing does. Oh. No idea what it did. Oh. Oh, he died again. Missing. Skip one. Oh. Oh, is that... So no real variety of the motherships, huh? Oh, I had no light, no energy left. Game over. Behind the mothership, of course. Sure. I'll straight into the next game. Let's just try it again. Oh. Is that a shield of some sort or something? It's really not obvious. It's gone again. Oh, that doesn't help. Oh, missed it. Huh? Leave it. Next one. No. I think I'll get a second one of these. I think it gives you more range or something. Yeah, increases the range. no idea what that does. I'm dead. Okay, the first item refills your life bar. Okay. Apparently. So I keep getting hit somehow. Hitboxes might be a little off. Oh, it's moving up. Is he escaping? Oh, no. They're doing something different. Oy. Anyway, that is T-Bird. Yeah. It's let's move on. Alright, next we have Quattro Sport. By Codemasters, $2.99 cassette, joystick keys. When a full price game has passed its peak, you can bet your bottom dollar that it'll make a reappearance in the shops and that is a budget title. But what do you do for a budget game that's no longer selling? Compilations, that's what! Codemasters has taken a look at its old catalogue, grouped similar titles together, and is flogging them in packs of 4 at the usual budget price. The Quattro range is born. Quattro Sport is a collection of these titles prefixed by Pro and suffixed by Simulator. All the games allow more than one player to participate in the action. Grand Prix Simulator sees you on the racetrack at a steering wheel of a Formula One racing car, belt around the circuit a la Super Sprint in your bid to pass the checkered flag more than anyone else does. Pro Ski Simulator puts you on the slopes, skiing off-piste. You race down the mountainside very quickly, trying not to hit the trees. BMX Simulator pits you against your rad friends as you race around rad tracks, looking radish. Jolly good fun, especially against an opponent who's less rad than you are. Pro Snooker Simulator quietens down the pace slightly. Instead of racing hell for leather around a circuit, it's a rather more civilized game to play. Hit those balls into the pockets and score more points than your pal. 4 games for £3. That's a measly 75p each. So what if the games are old? They all have multiplayer action and are still good fun to play. Great games at a great price. Second opinion. Brilliant value and are not bad games either. BMX Simulator especially. The verdict. Grand Prix Simulator, reviewed in issue 21, 78%. Pro Ski Simulator, issue 27, 73%. BMX Simulator, AA21, 68%. So that late? Pro Snooker Simulator, issue 27, 73%. I don't think that was quite right. Pretty sure that was reviewed in issue 17? Anyway, AA rating 75% for the better budgets at a bargain price. And we don't have to play them because we've played them all before. Hurrah! It's terribly soft. Oh, they got Iron Lord even. Ooh, fancy. Oh boy, next game is the Munsters by Alternative. $2.99 cassette. This is a budget. Is this the re-release? This was originally released by Again, wasn't it? Anyway, Alternative $2.99 cassette, joystick or keys. There's a good chance that if you remember the Munsters, that you are really remembering is the Addams Family. Idiot. This confusion notwithstanding, the cast of the oldie prog appear in this budget game. They're set at 1313 Mockingbird Avenue. Their scary home. The house has been invaded by various ghosts, ghouls, and undead folk. Marilyn, the Munsters' little when did you last get your eyes tested? Girl has been kidnapped by those ectoplasmic nasties. You, as Lily the vampire, must firstly free Herman, remember them all now, and Grandpa. Next, you control them to find Eddie and Marilyn. The characters have little fireballs which need to be aimed up or down to throw at the spooks. Spooks killed add to the spell power of the person you control. What the spell power does is a bit of a mystery, as it is very difficult to get off the first level to utilise it. This is the biggest problem. The game is very hard. No matter how many ghouls you dispose of, more appear and sap your energy until you die. The graphics are large, but can get confusing, and the receptiveness of the joystick isn't perfect. This contributes to the difficulty considerably. The Munsters tune plays continuously, you're thinking of the Addams Family again, and the bish bash noises are fine. All would be quite acceptable for a budget game if it was possible to progress easily. A game like this should get harder the further you go, but the Munsters is difficult from the outset. Still not a bad game when all's said and done, though it does get better, but you'll have to really persevere to find out. First day target score. Try for level 2. Second opinion. It looks fun at first, but the difficulty is well dodgy, unless you're incredibly persistent. The verdict. Graphics 54%, bold colours and ghostly sprites. Sonics 58%, sing along a Munsters. Grab factor 46%, it starts promisingly. Staying power 20%, let's see how far you can get. A rating 33%, difficult but fun little budget. Huh? Change the title here. Get used to this. Oh boy. Okay. Yes, we have to recapture again. No, not that object, you idiot. That's the one. Transition helps if you remember that. Right. What's this by Peter Higginson? Activate your midwards. Fire button to spacebar to start game. Started. Music's continuous. There we go. First thing we're going to do is get the spell power up. Start coming quickly if you stay on one screen too long. Oh, I lost it all. Get it. Yep. Speed it down. That one. Yeah, it's kind of cryptic. What you're supposed to go, what you can do. But I can't kill you though. Oh no, oh no, I'm dead. Ooh. Okay. Generated. Can't really get energy back either. Oh no. Oh. No point. Game over. Yeah, that's the game. Try again. Didn't get anywhere. Spell power. Oh, I missed. Oh, missed. Oh, no. And you generated. Yeah. Kill one of them, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Well. Do it again! Come on, that was really lucky. Oh, missed. Spell power up again. This. Dying. Yes. Yeah. Outside. Dodo, he turned around. Camel gone. Oh, my spell power's gone. Is that right? Game over. Crowd by the zombies. Really? It can be hard. Try again. One more bow. Oh, any further or anything? Fuck, I can remember what you're supposed to do. I know it's doable. Spell power back up. Oh, no, that one. I mean, over it. Oh jeez! Spells. Oh, that doesn't help. That was. Nine high, okay. It's fine. Yeah. There's nothing. Nope. Game over. Die. Oh. Yeah, that's the Munsters. It's one stage of it. There's a whole bunch of other stages after that. Getting to them is difficult, but MP83 played this a lot. He's finished every single port of this. Look up his some of his stuff. He'll have finished it. Back to the magazine. Right. Next. Oh boy, Mike Reed's Computer Pop Quiz. By Encore 299 cassette, joystick or keys. Who were nice and sleazy in the late 70s? If you enjoy being asked questions like this and are often able to answer them, then this game could be for you. Oh boy. The venerable Mike Reed presides over the quiz. You are a team captain, and you can select your team from some dazzlingly famous megastars. Ooh. Some are even recognisable, but all except Mike have changed their names to protect their credibility. You don't have the option to change your or their names. The captains are stuck with the names James and Sharon. Suits me, but others might complain. You can play either against a friend or the computer. Considering your CPC is both asking the questions and answering them, its performance isn't too impressive. It gets enough answers wrong to give you a fair chance. The rounds are similar to those in the TV version, with Mike's questions slowly scrolling by in a speech bubble. You're presented with 4 answers. Just select the correct one with the joystick and press fire. The whole game is conveniently joystick driven. A quickfire round is included with a 2-second penalty for every wrong answer. The multiple choice system cuts down on pondering time, and there is obviously no need for lengthy inputting of answers, so it works well. The graphics are nothing special. Pictures of the 12 stars you can select, and Mike with his speech bubble. His questions appear in a nice typeface though. Sound is rudimentary, rough cheers for correct answers and razzes for mistakes. Sadly, the game gets tedious very soon. The format is so linear that nothing can be done to speed things up. There are 1,000 questions, so I imagine it wouldn't be long before duplicates appear. P.S. Answer the Stranglers. Okay. First day target score. Beat the computer. Second opinion. The TV show was interminably dull. This is worse. The verdict. Graphics 44%. Blocky pics of anonymous pop stars. Sonics 41%. Beeps and burps. Grab factor 42%. The first game is okay. Staying power 24%. The rest is very similar. A rating 39%. You'd be better off listening to Radio 1. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, next, let's see, where are we? Hit the right thing, it helps. Okay. Alright. Mike Reed's computer pop quiz hacked by Mazesofts of GPA. Mike Reed's home computer pop quiz. For 988 Elite Systems. Coding Mark Crane. Visuals David Percival. Music by Mark Cooksey. Design Ian Upton. Realization Nick Acton. Please type the appropriate number. Current block is 1. Yeah, let's look at block 1. Oh, Sparkly. For Elite Systems International 988. 1-player game, 2-player game. Doesn't say selected. Which is selected. I think just push 1 or 2. Or just push 4 button. Player 1, select specialist subject. Microphone, guitar, rock and roll. Whatever that is. Something else. Sure, we'll select that. Player 1, choose team members. Sure, this dude. The dude for cap. Hello, I'm Mike. On the left is James, whose subject is classical music. Oh boy. Team member 1 is Paul, whose subject is rock music. Team member 2 is Mark, whose subject is classical music. On the right is Sharon, whose subject is rock music. Team member 1 is Ava, whose subject is pop music. Team member 2 is David, whose subject is rock music. Now, on with the game. The first round is the jukebox round. Paul, choose a number, please. Who hustled to the music? Who hustled to the music? I don't know. Correct! Somehow else correct. 2 points. It's a wild guess. Eva, Choose a number, please. Who enjoyed breakfast in bed with Chrissy Hind? UB40. Correct somehow. 2 points. The computer's supposed to be terrible. Mark, choose a number, please. Don't it make my brown eyes blue? Was a hit for whom? Got a clue? Nope. Incorrect. Sharon for a bonus point. So it's correct. David, choose a number, please. Who composed the famous music for Queen Mary's funeral? I have no idea. Incorrect. James, for a bonus point. Like I have a clue. Like I have a clue. James, choose a number, please. Nikki Six plays bass for which group? I don't know. Thin Lizzy. I'm guessing. Nope, this is not my specialist subject. Any of them. Sharon, choose a number, please. Oh, mystery. Who got to number 1 in 76 with If You Leave Me Now? Incorrect. I'm guessing the Bee Gees. I expected anything different. Round 2 is Spot the Star. James's team for 3 points. In the 60s, the Stars group made number 1 17 times, 16 being co-written by him. Spot the Star. Paul Simon. I have no idea. Sharon, for a bonus point. Gets right. Okay, it was John Lennon then. Okay. Sharon's team for 3 points. He was recruited from wreckage to royalty. Spot the Star. Incorrect. No idea. Freddie Mercury. Hey! Round 3 is your scene. Paul, please choose easy or hard. Easy, please. Which group did Jimmy Page belong to? Doesn't help. I have no idea. I do not know anything. Sharon, for a bonus point. Is that what I put? Idiot. Ava, please choose easy or hard. Oh, you're going hard. Who were riding with the Angels in 81? Samson. Oh, boo. Boo. Mark, please choose easy or hard. I'll stick with easy. Who wrote the 1812 Overture? Oh. Tchaikovsky, wasn't it? Yeah. Something I knew. David, please choose easy or hard. Who twisted again and again and again? Incorrect. James for a bonus point. Oh. James, please choose easy or hard. Let's go hard. Who had a teenage dream? Nope. I haven't got any clue. Sharon, for a bonus point. T-Rex. Okay. Sharon, please choose easy or hard. Ooh, going easy. Who raved about school being out? Correct, 1 point. Round 4 is name the year. James's team for 3 points. This year saw Cliff Richard receive an MBE. Name the year. When did he receive his MBE? 92. Nope. 1980? Oh, correct. Oh. Sharon's team for 3 points. John Taylor of Duran Duran and Tony Hadley of Spandau Ballet were born. Name the year. Ooh. What year were they born? Change for a bonus point. 1962. Incorrect. Round 5 is quickfire. Oh boy. James's team. There are 9 questions. Correct answer, 2 points. Incorrect answer, time penalty of 2 seconds. 1. Who loved funny face? Oh, incorrect. Time penalty 2 seconds. 2. Who wanted to lick it up? Hey! 3. Which group wanted to know what love was? Not a clue. Hey! Some were correct. 4. Who heard it through the grapevine? Oh, in 1969. Marvin Gaye, wasn't it? Yeah. Somehow I knew that one. Don't Turn Around was a hit for whom? Not a clue. Should have said In Excess. 6. Which ex-runaway boy starred in the film La Bamba? Not a clue. Incorrect. Time penalty, 2 seconds. Who was Nobody's Fool? Oh, time out. Sharon's team. We got up to 10. It's 10 all. They have to get every single one wrong. Will that happen? Doubt it. Who listen like thieves? Tears for Fears. Incorrect. Time penalty, 2 seconds. Who reckoned that if you ain't loving, you ain't living? Conway Twitty. That was quick. Incorrect. Time penalty, 2 seconds. 3. Who had a lonely night in 86? Vixen. Incorrect. Time penalty, 2 seconds. Who went to Where the Boys Are? Connie Francis. I got one correct. Yeah, it happened eventually. Who wrote the opera? William Tell. Oh, well, Kettleby? I don't think so. No. Incorrect. Time penalty, 2 seconds. 6. Don't Blame That Girl was a hit for who? For which group? Foreign is the only group I've heard of. Oh, correct. Only You Could Rock who? Correct. Yeah, there we go. I Second That Emotion was a hit for whom? Japan. Japan, apparently. Ah, correct. Who knew a boy named Sue? Time out. The 6th round is the jukebox round. Again? Oh boy, you bore this. Oh. Who had a Black Knight in 1970? Black Sabbath. I don't know. Should we find out? No. Okay, no. Sharon, for a bonus point. That's what I said. You're wrong. Ava, choose a number, please. Rock and roll. Who had a baby love in 64? Incorrect. James, for a bonus point. Nope. Ow. Mark, choose a number, please. Who wrote the opera Billy Budd? Never heard of it. I have no idea. Oh, correct. David, choose a number, please. Who sang about Great Balls of Fire? Oh. Here's Jerry Lee Lewis. Yeah. Okay. I had no idea on that one. Well, I wasn't the one answering it. James, choose a number, please. There's only 2 left. Ooh, mystery. Who said hello to Susie in 69? I have no idea. Nope. Incorrect. Sharon, for a bonus point. Correct. Sharon, choose a number, please, like you got a choice. Who went on a sea of heartbreak? None of these I've heard of. Incorrect. James, for a bonus point. Nope. Well done, Sharon. You scored 21. Hard luck, James. You scored 12. Hope to see you again. No, you won't see me again. Alright. Back to the magazine. Okay. Next game. Got a 64, get a copy. Commodore format. Oh, the new Stunning Games mag for C64 owners. Got a playable demo of Exos' new blast up Laserhead. Calling all console game owners. Turn to page 12 before it's too late. Too late. Free cassette. Every issue is at least one complete game and a fistful of demos. Every issue. Commodore format. It'll be quite good. Probably. No, it's not brown enough. Preview. He's back. Rick Dangerous 2 Mega Preview. Rick Dangerous, possibly the greatest adventurer of all time, has returned. He's fought his way through the Amazonian temples, Egyptian pyramids, Nazi war camps, and I only actually got the first 3 levels in the original game. Anyhow, Rick's moved on from the 40s and into the 50s. This can only mean one thing: space travel. Yep, this time Rick heads for the upper atmosphere and beyond, boldly going where no hero has gone before. The story continues from where it left off at the end of Rick 1. What do you mean you didn't get that far? Rick's minding his own business when, lo and behold, a giant flying saucer appears slap bang in the middle of Hyde Park. Being an explorer, there's only one option open to our little hero. Luckily, he's well prepared for this unexpected journey. The adventurer's attire has been discarded in favour of a rather dashing all-in-one bodysuit, complete with flapping cape. His fighting hardware has been upgraded too, and now looks suitably space-aged. The 6-shooter has been dropped. Rick now sports the latest high-tech blaster. Pulling the trigger discharges the laser beam, guaranteed to try anything on the wrong side of it. The old dynamite sticks have gone as well. Rick now carries a supply of special space bombs, and he no longer has to light the fuse and run. These super explosives slide along the floor, exploding a few seconds later. Useful for taking out enemies without putting Rick in any danger himself. Rick 2 plays very much like its predecessor. It's the same frantic platform action, crossed with all the brain-teasing puzzle solving that made the original such a smash hit. The tricks are trickier, the traps are trappier. The same system of vertical scrolling crossed with horizontal flipping has been retained. The action starts straight away, with Rick running for his life. This time, instead of a death-defying boulder sequence, there's a barrage of laser fire, threatening to turn his slick-backed quiff into a frazzled mess. And that would never do. Graphics were one of the strongest points of Dangerous 1. If anything, they're even better here. The cuteness is cuter, the nasty is nastier, and Rick himself, he's looking so hard he should have been named Rock. The one criticism of the original Rick Dangerous was that it was just too flippin' hard. Most people could master the first level after a bit of practice. The second level too could be cracked after a while, but when you reached game over, you had to start again from scratch. By the time you got to the later levels, you had expended so many of your valuable lives you got killed in your first few faltering steps. In fact, Firebird had so much response from irate gamers that it brought out an updated version where you could select the level to start on. Rick Dangerous 2 has 5 levels as opposed to 4. You're even allowed to choose which level you'd like to play first. For the first 4 levels, that is. To get to the 5th and final level, you need to complete all the others first. Just as Rick Dangerous captured the tremendous atmosphere of the Devil May Care 40s-style adventurers, Rick Dangerous 2 captures the feel of the sci-fi superheroes of the 50s. Rick's latest episode is due to hit screens this autumn. Watch out! One of these switches will turn off the laser. The other results in unpleasantness. Rick dies a horrible death. Again. Gunfighter, use your voice to outdraw the gunfighter. Cash prizes. Man, that's all the games. We're out of games already. Only an hour in. Well, that was quick. Balrog, at last, the full review of Adlan. Hail to thee, mighty Belg. Despite the Dark One's attempt to take a well-deserved holiday this month, Warlock Lawton has summoned me from my retreat to provide thee with these pages of dazzling entertainment. So put on thy sunglasses, get out thy surfboard, and get thee stuck into this month's offering from the monster with the suntan cream, the luminous shorts, and an Adlan ROM. Ooh. Do you want to get your adventure reviewed? Every month the Balrog receives a number of readers' games that are crying out for review in these hallowed pages. Unfortunately, I'm only allocated 3 pages each month, so I can't possibly review them all. So how can you make a game stand out from the crowd? The majority of the games received are written using either the GAC or Quill utilities, and are sometimes very badly presented. Improving the presentation improves the chance your game will be reviewed, so try to follow these pointers. Review copies should be sent on disk if possible. Don't expect to get your game returned. Reviewers like to keep the games for their own collection and for mundane things such as screenshots, cover shots, tips, and of course their own enjoyment. Discs may be expensive, but if you are serious about selling the games, then you should take into account the cost of a free review copy. Check compatibility, i.e. does your game run on both the 464 and 6128 and 664? Perhaps you should even check if they work on the 464 Plus and 6128 Plus, although there should really be no problems. If possible, also check that the colours chosen are readable on a green screen. There's nothing worse than playing a text adventure and not being able to read the text. Don't forget to enclose an address from where the game can be obtained, and the price. It has been known for authors to forget to mention these salient points. Send the game with all the packaging you intend to use. Don't just send a Boots C15's cassette with Orca Quest handwritten on it. Is this how you are planning to sell your adventure? Therefore enclose the packaging you are giving away with the game. In most cases, this will be a disc box inlay and instructions. The disc supplied should have a label bearing clear loading instructions, the name of the game, a copyright notice, and your name and address, so I don't forget it. A hint sheet, map, or solution always helps. Try to impress on the reviewer the good points about your game. Let's face it, most adventure games are meant to take you months to solve, and the poor bug has to review them in a few days. Even I get stuck sometimes, and the hint sheet is a real bonus. Most important of all, get your game play tested first. A play tester should never be the author of the game. Authors do not have a very objective view, but it should be fellow adventure players, preferably experienced adventurers such as Joan Pancott, Graham Wheeler, or another lord or lady of adventure. Playtesters not only check for bugs, but look out for poor spelling, grammatical mistakes, over difficult puzzles, illogical solutions, bad paths, etc. Many of the games I receive are obviously not been playtested, and certainly suffer because of it. If you do use playtesters, and you should, then mention their names in the game. Give them a bit of credit and publicity. Then, if your playtesters feel your game is good enough, get your game reviewed in a fanzine, e.g. Adventure Probe. Then, if you get a favourable review in the fanzine, send it into the Bullrog, and it will more than likely be reviewed. Stop press! Adventure columns galore! So you thought the Bullrog was the only Amstrad-specific adventure column remaining? Well, you're wrong. The Bullrog has uncovered not one but 2 other Amstrad adventure columns in fanzines, both written by females. The first column is called Sally's Secrets, and is written by Sally Hickling. It features adventure reviews, a clue pot, sounds a bit familiar, and a list of where old games can be bought. Sally's Secrets appears in review. The second column, Come Adventuring, is in CPC User, and is written by a lady of adventure, Debbie Howard. For more information, write to John Peckham. The Borg wishes both Debbie and Sally good luck with their columns. The Plus Machines. Amstrad's new CPC Plus console computer range may herald some new adventures for the humble CPC. Though there will be no cartridge adventures in the foreseeable future, the increased number of CPC owners will just enlarge the market, hopefully making possible conversions of games such as Bard's Tale 2 and the Ultima series that were uneconomic before. Who knows? We may even see some 16-bit adventures converted for the new Amstrads. Only time will tell. Yeah, sure. The Ultimate Adventure Creator? $29.95 disc only, ROM board needed to use as well. Graduate software. Due to a rather touchy problem with the Borg's monitor, I don't know, I shouldn't have hit it with a flaming sword. This add-in review is brought to you care of the Amster himself, Mr. Bob Adams. Thanks, Bob. Here's 2 pages of stuff for you. Yeah, I think we'll leave that. Specifications. This ROM will work with all CPCs, but really, a disk drive is essential, and of course, so is a ROM board. The completed adventure is a totally standalone binary program and can be loaded from tape or disk. However, because the graphics screens are saved as individual files, e.g. cave.csc, time would be wasted waiting for the tape player to find the file and then load it. For that reason, I would suggest that only text-only games are suitable for tape-driven 464 owners. No doubt, clever people than I will sort out a solution if they want to use graphics as well. Adlan allows for 6,630 locations, 32,767 messages, 8 status letters, and unlimited words, objects, and up to 65,535 attributes, right up until you run out of memory. Now that is big. If you consider that level 9 used to get very excited about a game that had 200 locations, perhaps you can visualize how big 6,630 might be. I can't. Programs can be stored in mode 1 or 2, 40 or 80 column screen, according to your preference. Special character sets are supplied and you can load your own from basic. Adlan comes with its own graphic drawing program, or you can load your masterpieces drawn in another art package and let the Adlan ROM compress them for you. The screen can be divided into windows for special layouts, and each window can have its own colour and ink. The disk also contains numerous framework files. These are useful as a quick start to writing, as they contain the basic elements for setting up your database. Wonderful. Alright, we've got Adlan code. That's what it looks like. If typed, get, take, pick up. If find item 1 at carry. Yeah, that makes sense. Print. You've already got that. Done. If not find item at here, print. I can't see that here. Done. Good. Uh-oh. Whoops, seems like a duff tip was printed in AA56, but Peter White comes to the rescue of the correct clue. The wire fence, you must get and wear the gloves before trying to cut the fence, otherwise you'll be slashed and your luck reduced. Yes, Bar Trek, the motion adventure. Humorous goings on in Adlan's demo, Bar Trek Adventure. Oh, just for laughs. Simon Netherwood, Harry Lingard, Howard Swains, and Ian Howlett can be thanked for this month's selection of amusing responses in adventure games. Warning, these responses may seriously damage your sense of humour. Board of the Rings. Fart. Okay. Quest for the Golden Egg Cup. Swear. Search and sand. Get out. Swear again. Search and sand again. Hitchhiker's Guide. Try waving the towel. Moon Mist. Examine motor in your car. Try praying. The Big Sleaze. Examine the toilet in Joe's diner. Try kissing men. Examine the window. Try talking to Velma. Adventure game cover tape? I've noticed some Spectrum magazines have been giving away old adventures, such as Jewels of Babylon and Apache Gold on cover tapes. Why not torture Rod Lawton into putting something similar on the B-side of an AA tape? It would be an excellent way for homebrew authors to get the attention they deserve. Simon Netherwood, Huddersfield. Why can't budding adventure fans have an adventure on the cover tape once in a while instead of shoot-em-ups? Jonathan Burton, Hale. An interesting idea about the cover tape. Any other adventurers interested in having a free adventure? If the response is large enough, I will have a talk with Rod. Ooh. Bard's Tale 2. Brian Thornton of Stirlingshire and a few other readers have written suggesting that readers should petition Electronic Arts to release Bard's Tale 2 and 3 for the Amstrad. I agree with you all wholeheartedly. In fact, read the letters page in AA52. I would also like people to write to Electronic Arts. If enough people do write, then Bard's Tale 2, who knows, may be converted. So, fellow Bulgs, please voice your complaint and write to EA at 1149 Station Road, Langley, Berkshire, and say the Bullrog sent you. Oh. Sounding off. Oh. How to make a piano out of a hunk of plastic and a few bits of metal. Yes, folks, it's time to delve ever deeper into the ins and ms of your CPC. James Pinto is your personal guide. The famous philosopher Bunglesippy George, okay, always said, wise men always use example to illustrate his point. And so, being a loyal pupil of the aforesaid master, get on with it, I am going to take his advice and do so. Bunglesippy George. That's a name. Technically speaking, technical talk. Coming soon, after that philosophical interlude, I can now inform you what's in store for next month. I'll be tying up sound envelopes with a look at the ENT command, and I'll also be looking at the little documented subject, namely hardware envelopes. There'll also be some example sound envelopes for you to try, plus some tips on how to create drum and percussion effects using the advanced music system. With so much happening, can you afford to miss next month's sounding off? Maybe. The Big Four. Yeah, this still. Still haven't had a review of Black Tiger yet. Type-ins! It's spooky 3D fun with this month's DIY section! Priz! Priz is a maze-type game written by Philip Tate, who hails from South Shields, Tyne, and Ware. His quite substantial piece of coding has 64 screens, the information of which is stored in the hex data statements. Okay, OBS is being silly right now. It has to be said that the listing is quite long, around 16k. However, it's an excellent application of basic programming, and well worth the effort of typing in. Priz. Oh, look at that. Isometric stuff. Okay, why can't I not restore OBS right now? Show. There we go. It's being pedantic again. Okay. So I just gotta make sure every now and again that I'm seeing what I should be showing, what should be showing. Yeah, this is a long typing, alright. There's 3 pages. 3.5 pages. 3D Landscape Designer. With this 3D programmer from funky James B. of Huntingdon in Cambridgeshire, you can design a geometric landscape by selecting the height of the points, which is connected in grid fashion. Select option 1 from the menu, and you'll be presented with a flat plane of dots. The left-hand corner one is flashing, and this is a selected dot, and you can raise or lower it relative to the plane by pressing 7 or 8 on the keypad. Once it is in the required position, you can select another point by using the cursor keys. Once all the dots are in their positions, press the spacebar to overlay the actual grid. You can produce angular spiky grids or gently rolling hills and valleys. The program has several pre-designed escapes, options 2 to 6, which give you the gist of what can be done. Well, you never know, geographers might even find it useful. Ex-geographer James Leach claims he did. 3D Mandelbrot Generator. This chaotic offering is from Chris Sanguine from the Salisbury area. He has added a new twist to their perennial favourite, the Mandelbrot set. Owing to the complexity of the calculations, it does take a while, so you have time to redecorate your house while it is running. Takes quite a long time, but is worth it. Good to know. Good to know. It is a small program. Back issues. Free game when you subscribe to Amstrad Action. Laws of Chaos, Pipe Mania, International 3D Tennis. With no risk guarantee, you can cancel your subscription at any time and we will refund you for all unmailed issues. Cheat mode. Uncle Phil blows another batch of blockbusters wide open. I've got some good news and some bad news for you this month. The good news is that there has been so much excellent stuff from everybody. I have enough cheats to fill a double issue. The bad news is, however, that it is only a single one. So some of you have been decent enough to send me your hard work will not get mentioned. Don't give up though. It all gets looked at and you can bet your life if you write often enough, I'll manage to squeeze you in somewhere. Plus, don't tell Rod, but cheat mode gets a little bit bigger every month. Yeah, don't tell Rod. The first two pokes by Mike Wong this month, Myth and Hot Rod, are part of his ongoing Pacific Disc system and need to be merged with the master program. For a copy of this, you'll need to dig out the June issue 57 copy of Amstrad Action, which gives full details. It would have been reprinted, but as I said, there's so much new stuff to get in and so little space to spare. I just know you're going to understand. History in the making. Here it is, history in the making. The poke that aimed to save the world and myth. You can say that again. Wonder Boy Graham Smith, you asked for it, Gray? Okay. Has sent in another wonderful cheat and used the cheat in Wonder Game. Get it? Look, it's not easy being this creative, you know. Rambo 3. How come single-handedly John Rambo can take on the combined forces of the Warsaw Pact and win when I can't even get past level 1? The Yanks may send in Stallone, God bless America, but we can still do it the British way. Cheat. Count Duckula. A more recent TV hero is Count Duckula. Doesn't he sound like Del Boy? I like Nanny best, so Ducky Boos. Here's a pretty comprehensive attack on the tape game by your very own Duckbuster Graham Smith of Street. Black Tiger. Black Tiger may have been lifted from the Sinclair Spectre, and it doesn't it show, but this poke by the master ghost writer Mike Wong, like him, is an Amstrad original. No need for Pacific with this, but you may like the cat and ordinary disc first. Dodgy loader. Dragon's Lair 2. There's something about Singe's Castle that keeps you fighting on. Maybe it's the music. Maybe it's the gameplay. Maybe it's the challenge. Maybe it's the fact that Trento can finish it in an afternoon. Maybe it's poetic license, eh, Trent? You old dragon slayer, you. Rainbow Islands. Stephen Troop of King's Lynn, who seems to excel at this sort of thing, and lucky for us he does, has produced some really fine hints and tips for Rainbow Islands, especially for all those unlucky players who got caught out in the rain without a bow. What? Objects and what they do. Red pots. Make rainbows one bow longer. Important. Yellow pots. Make jumps higher and speeds up rainbows. Useful. Yellow pot doesn't make you jump higher, does it? Pretty sure it doesn't. Bracelets. On jumping, fires small red stars in all directions. Useful. Duffel coat. Gives invulnerability for that round. Extremely rare. Wings. Enables flying if you continually press jump. Very rare. Fairy. Works like a cyber mace. Cybernoid. Only a bigger radius. Rare. Jewels. Collect all 7 on each of the 7 islands to complete. Hard plus rare. Not that rare. Red stars. They are a bomb. They fire small stars in all directions. Yellow stars. Same as red stars except they only fire upwards. Crosses. Smart bombs. Rings. Extra points. Shoes. Speed up movement. Rainbows. Don't hit the nasty with the rainbows. Put it over them and they are transformed into one of the above. When fighting the end of level guardians, try to smash the rainbows while they overlap. If you do, the guardian will lose more energy than usual. In addition, if a lot of rainbows overlap each other, all the power is added together. End of level guardians, Insect Island, Spider, run left and right firing rainbows at it from underneath. Combat Island, Helicopter, moves left and right across the screen and changes its height at certain points. Try to get behind it as it is easier to stop. Monster Island, Vampire, fires bats out, which can be destroyed, in the direction it faces. It homes in and changes its position. after it has fired the bats. Jump above when he gets too close. Toy Island. Clown. It bounces around the screen. Stay in the bottom left-hand corner, which is a blind spot. It fires toys and can go through older rainbows, but are destroyed by newer ones. Kill it with normal methods. Doe's Island. Doe. Jump up and hit it with a rainbow, then move to the opposite side of the screen and make the blocks fired by Doe hit the wrong spot on the screen. Smash the rainbows that you fired last to take more energy from it. Robot Island. Android. Same as the helicopter on Combat Island, but this fires missiles directly ahead of it. Dragon Island. Dragon. You guessed it. Same as the vampire, but this shoots 5 fireballs at once. Warning, the water level can rise on the last screen of each level, so move fast. Oh, got a solution for a little puff. We could use this. Play that game again. Human Killing Machine. Hooray for Carl Surrey of Barnet. He has let us have this cheat hot from his newsletter number 3. See what you're missing? It's for a Human Killing Machine. A great cheat for a ghastly game. I don't consider fighting domestic animals as an entirely wholesome concept. It allows access to the higher levels. As you start the game, press the keys G and O. It's O, not 0. And then at any time, pressing X raises you to the next level. Impossible. Ian Gilbert, who lives in Coventry and is obviously a football fan, has been ferreting around with Impossible and discovered a great cheat, relatively easy mole. All you do is to pause the game with H, hold down the keys MOLE, and at the same time press H to restart. Each time you do this, the energy goes to a maximum. Thanks, Ian, for a cracking cheat. Gridiron. Frank Madsen over in Skivenge, Denmark, offers up a cheat for Gridiron. When asked for your name, type Overlord, and you'll get extra cash. Astro Marine Corps. Igor Trinity of Newton Abbot, John Brown of Wittering, and Damien Young of Sheerness have provided the password for the second part of Dynamics Astro Marine Corps. It is Dagobah. Damien also tells us that by typing creep into the high score table on either part, you will receive invulnerability. Nice cheat, nice game, but whose idea was it to put a picture of John McEnroe on the title screen? Spin Dizzy Plus. Not a cheat mode, but did you know there was a sub-game built into Spin Dizzy? Anthony Jones of Bletchley and John Wood of Ashford have found it. It's called Sticks. You can access it by pressing F and X on the title screen. Once in, use the joystick keys for control. Clear clears the screen, space pauses, and T toggles trail mode. A free game, no less. Last Ninja 2. P. Watkins. Come on, P, what is your first name? Has a neat method to beat the bad guys in Last Ninja 2. While fighting an enemy, keep tapping P, which is pause, as energy will drop. A lot easier than joystick wrenching. Not content with that, Peter, Paul, Phil, Pat, Pamela tells us that when playing Wonder Boy, if you quit once you have the skateboard, you will have it when the game starts up again. Yogi's Great Escape. When I was at school, okay, cut the jokes. When I was at school, we used to rush home in the afternoon for our Marmite sandwiches and to watch Blue Peter, Wacky Races, and Yogi Bear on the TV. Things haven't changed that much, have they? Thanks, Graham. After the War. Dynamics After the War also has a password for the second part. It is supplied by Anthony Fernandez of Romford. It is 946566981. Hot Rod. Radically modify your hot rod engine to run on fresh air. Do it in real life and you will make a fortune and get a lapel badge from the Green Party. Do it with Mike's Poke and you stand a good chance of finishing the game. Course Master, Pools Master, Cash Master, Perm Master. Free for all. Greetings, fellow PD fans. Your First Lady of the Library has returned to slightly enlighten you, I hope. In this month's Free for All, I've got a mini review for you. 1 or 2 moans, 2 or 3 bits of useful advice, 6 or 7 names and addresses around about 93 commas, and in excess of 170 full stops. No, don't bother, just take my word for it. Anyway, let's get on with it. So what is being reviewed here? Deserted Island Discs. Last month I picked out my 10, 9 as it turned out, favourite PD programs that I would take with me if I were to be accidentally on purpose stranded on a deserted island. This month we'll have a quick look at my first choice, the CPM utility News Sweep. Oh, okay. It's a directory and file manipulation program. You can copy from disk to disk, delete, rename, change standards or user area, view, print, unsqueeze or squeeze any files you may have on your disk. It's a buyer's guide. Still doing this. This hasn't really changed much. Hackett with 2 T's? Is that right? Come and zap it. Oh. Get real, get wicked. Come and zap it to us at the Ultimate Computer Game Show. Experience the greatest game show in the universe, the European Computer Entertainment Show. It's the only show dedicated to the latest in game software and hardware from the leading brand names. Enjoy the live entertainment, meet your favourite celebrities, maybe even appear on TV. Try out the newest games and equipment from some of the biggest names in the industry, including Commodore, Sega, Nintendo, US Gold, Ocean, Domark, Microsoft, Microprose, Activision, Virgin, Mastertronic, Accolade, and Gremlin. What's happening? Stands and exhibits by leading names in computer games. Live music acts, personality appearances, live TV and radio broadcasts, international computer game championships featuring teams from Europe, Japan, and America. Celebrity Computer Challenge, spot prizes and raffles, Living Room of the Future, CNVG National Computer Game Championships. It's a great day out for the families. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Earls Court, 15th and 16th of September. A portion of the entrance fee will be donated to Childline. Oh no, the distros are sold out. Oh, what will we do? Afterthought. What's got 4 legs and flies? A decomposing stoat. We ran a quick poll at the AA offices to see just what the bods who put together your magazine thought of the new Amstrads. James Bunter Leach. I feel as if I stand at the dawn of a new future in gaming, a future stretched endlessly before me. Don't count on it. And the name of the future is, consults inside of shirt cuff, Amstrad. Basically, I think the new machines are to computing what the Titanic was to freshwater fishing. Adam Propeller Wearing. My only disappointment is that the reverse coupling trunnion widget was relocated 3 angstroms longitudinally forwards of the... I wish I'd never asked. Ollie Nelly's Alderton. Well, I'm all for it. Frankly, I thought the old one used too much petrol, and of course recycled paper has got to be a good idea, hasn't it? Just look at all those trees. What did it say anyway? Rod, I was in the war, you know, Lawton. Well, I think the new console and plus is a masterstroke. Amstrad's new marketing, often offensive, and their continuing commitment to the existing CPC user. Continue page 1293. Paul, I'm new here, you know, Tudor. Hello, I'm new here, you know. What's that thing over there? Who's he? What's this do? What if I push this button? What do you want me to do? Console? Console who? I'm new here, you know. Who's this Amstrad fellow? Who are you? I'm new here, you know. Hot Rod. James and Adam are not least bit jealous. Oh no. We have to stay in the meltingly hot AA offices working slavishly, whilst Rod, ex-Allegro owner, Lawton, goes off to look around the Lotus car plant in Norfolk. We certainly don't care that he gets to drive an Esprit Turbo HC capable of 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds, top speed 167 mph. Who cares? Adam has his T-Reds Datsun Violet 140J, James has a dragster, 2 Ferrari F40s, a Porsche 959 and a Messerschmitt BMW BM635 CSIA, with reclining seats and a light in the boot. We're certainly not the least bit envious. Hope you have a nice time, Rod. Drive carefully, we wouldn't want you to have an accident now. World Cup Carnival. Remember the Fabulous Dynamics World Cup competition? You do? Good. You'll remember then that all you had to do was predict the winners of the 1990 World Cup. Of course, it was West Germany who came out tops in the end, despite a brilliant performance by our own England. The 25 winners of the... Don't know, we don't need a list of the winners. Yeah. Pottery Corner. The blossom dances in deep caverns, wide autumns tempt man. Lit beyond the breeding night, always in your dark. Blushing heat is harsh beyond myths, with thrones and holocausts. In the silence rain departs, blanker than the photographer's image. The owl guiltily blushes, the weed copies the rivers. Your double demon washing honours languishing flowers to appear. This poem was created by a program called the Electric Poet. It has a random sentence generator which produces stanzas at a key press. It's a cross between Philip Larkin and R2-D2, and sometimes comes with rather poignant images. Mostly, though, it produces complete tosh. Dear News Agent, please reserve me a copy of the November issue of Amstrad Action due out on Thursday, 20th of September. What about the October issue? Isn't that the next one? Isn't this the September issue? Don't we want this October issue next? Who wants to skip one? Fantasy or reality? Are you interested in expanding your adventuring skills? If so, why not enter the world of the play by mails? Where you as a player pit your wits against other players, the game Laws of Soraya is a medieval-based, computer-moderated scenario with just under 100 players. For your free starter pack and first turn, future turns only £1. Right to Total and Absolute Chaos Games. Okay. Latest releases. Discover Gold on the Streets. Dragons of Flame. Heavy Metal. Dynasty Wars. Italy 1990. Winners Edition. When you're cruising with the crew and you're feeling jam hot, think long and hard before you part with your cash. It's so easy to see why we're number one. We guarantee great quality and value that's second to none. Over the years, our success story has been told. We're the kicking company called US Gold. This is better poetry than the thing before. We're the one software company with our ear to the ground and our feet on the street to match today's streetwise scene and the style of the 90s. So get serious about your software. Discover gold on your streets, US Gold, and do the right thing. Put some real life into your machine. Nightbreed, the action game. The Nightmare. Take control of Boone as he makes his way through the depths and caverns of Necropolis to underground city of Midian where dwell the Nightbreed, supernatural creatures who have shielded themselves from the humanities of man. Not only must you confront and defeat these creatures, but that has Nightmare begun. Okay. You must pit yourself against the murderous redneck gang from the nearby above-ground city and ultimately defeat the insane serial killer known as The Mask. Begun! This all-action arcade adventure allows you to shoot, punch and jump as you explore the terrifying underground environment of the Nightbreed. They're coming soon! Available for Commodore Spectrum, Amstrad, Atari ST and Commodore Amiga. And that's the end of the magazine.